Welcome home with Jim Mazziotti, the principal managing broker, franchise owner, and team leader of Exit Realty, located in beautiful Bend, Oregon. Come inside, take off your shoes, grab a cup of coffee, and relax. You're home. Now, Jim Mazziotti.
Welcome to today's podcast. I'm Jim Mazziotti of Exit Realty Bend. So, how will a 280-pound lineman from Pacific Lutheran University be completely debt-free of all college loans in 3 years or less? Well, let's start at the beginning. Cristiano was a talented and smart lineman at Mountain View High School in Bend, Oregon, and was part of a team that won a state football championship. A great student and a kid that had planned his path to an almost entirely free college education by being part of the ROTC program at Pacific Lutheran University. But something happened the first 2 weeks of his college experience. He had decided to attend Pacific Lutheran University because it is rated as a top 20 university in the West, and he was recruited heavily not only by the ROTC program, but by the coaches at Pacific Lutheran, and a D3 football program that has a storied past and a rich heritage. Like all Division III sports programs, no scholarships are offered to student athletes. If you play ball, you play for the love of the game, period. But just 12 days into the ROTC program and his preseason football program, which coincidentally ran at the same time before the start of the official school year, I received a call from this 280-pound ROTC and football recruit. What happened next could not have been planned for. On the other end of the phone, I heard, "Dad, I have to ask you something, and I'm not sure how to ask. The fact is, since coming to school, I've learned that only one student at Pacific Lutheran University has ever done ROTC and played football, mainly because of the conflicting schedules and the high demands. The long and short of it is that I have to make a choice, Dad. I would like my choice to be football. I love the program, and I think it will have a huge positive impact on my life. But to do so means giving up my ROTC scholarship." Well, while in shock at the prospect of funding his education, I told him that he must follow his heart. And he did. An education at Pacific Lutheran University, a private liberal arts university, like any university, is not cheap. The cost per year at PLU runs about $55,000 or about $220,000 for a 4-year stint at the university. Fortunately, he was able to receive about $20,000 a year in academic scholarships, which reduced the cost, thankfully, by about $80,000. Still, he would be left with about $150,000 in actual cost. He worked hard every summer and part-time jobs and was able to contribute towards the $150,000. His mother and I contributed what we could, but at the end of the 4 years, he was left with about $30,000 in debt. We all worked hard to get there. So, how does a 280-pound college lineman pay off $30,000 in 3 years or less? Thankfully, I made a decision 12 years ago to become part of Exit Realty. I interviewed virtually every major franchise brand, but only Exit had the opportunity for me to earn more than 100% in commissions through sponsoring and residual income. Sponsorship income, the process of simply introducing aspiring and experienced agents to Exit Realty, was and is the difference. So now, 12 years later, the 280-pound lineman from Pacific University,